This is a Grape Explorer talking about today. So if you've been following us, I try to identify areas that are under the radar. A lot of people don't know because, I want to spend that time, trying to, not only educate, but also to give opportunities to people out there who really work hard in the wine business. So I'm going to talk about an area that flies under the radar. A lot of people don't know. I know because I've spent so much time, especially in Bordeaux region. You just go south of Bordeaux and it's called Buzet. Well, what is Buzet? Buzet is a wine region just on the map here. And as you can see, you got Bordeaux is right here. We always talk about Bordeaux. But look, Armagnac is here, and just above Armagnac is called Buzet. B-U-Z-E-T. I don't pronounce the T, so it's called Buzet. And Buzet is an interesting area that I wanted to spend some time and, just wanted to zoom in. This is a property right here, which was a nice discovery here. It's called Chateau Moncassin. And Moncassin is a small family-owned property. It's run very energetically by Etienne Delmotte, whose his father passed the torch to him. They bought this property in the 60s, and it's actually was a very old castle that actually burnt. It's kind of an interesting story. They had to rebuild the current property that stands now is a beautiful chateau. So this is something that I wanted to spend some time because when I was talking to Etienne, I met him the other day, and I told him. He said, "Are you familiar with Buzet?" And I said, "Well, absolutely." I said, because I used to import the vigneron of de Buzet. I've been to that property many times. I know a lot of people say, "Really? You imported Buzet?" Yeah, I brought to Florida. The partner I was actually with was from that area, so they had a summer home because they were from Bordeaux. A lot of people usually have little summer homes in the southwest of France because it's beautiful down there. I mean, very gastronomique. But we really wanted to spend the time today because, when I told him that I went to the Vigneron de Buzet, which is actually the co-op, he said that they were unfortunately struggling financially and they were no longer carrying the torch of Buzet. And he, as a young guy, Etienne, he's in his 30s, he said, "I'm going to carry the torch to Buzet, and I want to educate people in America on the wonderful region of Buzet." So I'm here to share that story with him, just so we could actually talk about the wines. We also want to show you, the map of Southwest France with Hugh Johnson. I always like to comment on Hugh's book. He does a great job of identifying with these maps, and I think you can actually see the proximity here of Buzet, which is quite interesting. But one thing I wanted to say, with the rising prices of Bordeaux wines, and if you really want to look at different areas, Southwest France is something that I'm spending a lot of time on, and this was something that I really, wanted to share with everybody because I think that this area, Buzet, this is a property which is, again, it's a chateau. It's 65. The Delmotte family took over this property. But we're talking, this area goes back to medieval times. And but what's the comparison of these wines in Bordeaux? Well, not too far off. So this is actually a blend of Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Cabernet Franc, very much like in Bordeaux. So, but what's the differences? Well, it's always called terroir. But we always think that, beautiful, and we can point it out to you on the map, beautiful areas, which is in Southwest France. If you ever get a chance to travel and you want to get outside of Bordeaux, you just go south and you're into Southwest France, which is, again, under the radar. But you get all these beautiful properties. This is actually a bed and breakfast, too. They offer people to come to the chateau to actually stay there. And we wanted to highlight, this property because I look at this property and I look at Buzet and I look at Etienne, and he is what's called the spirit of the wine business today because they want to really not only educate, but they bring value to the table. I mean, when I tasted this wine, and I'm gonna go through right now this Prestige because they have two different cuvées. They have the Tradition, and then they have the Prestige. This is a little longer in oak. This is more of a traditional way of making Buzet wine. And when I say Buzet, again, I'm always looking for value, and I think that the consumer is looking for value too. But a lot of people, they know Bordeaux. Of course, Bordeaux is very famous. We talk about Saint-Emilion and Pauillac and Margaux and these famous illustrious areas. But if you really want to spend the time, look at Southwest France. And again, it's on the map here. It's just south of Bordeaux. This is all Southwest. This is happy hunting ground for people that want Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc. These wines are under $20 a bottle. Yes, under $20 a bottle. We need to spend time tasting these wines because if you like Bordeaux, if you like the terroir and the minerality, which I adore, when you taste these wines and you smell this, you get all that this smells like classic Bordeaux. It's got cassis and all different red fruits in it and blue fruits. But just, spice tone, just a lot of lift where you get in Bordeaux. I mean, again, I'm tasting Pauillac and I'm smelling this kind of same quality. Don't tell anybody because then the prices of Buzet will go up. But at the same time, we want Americans to really understand that when you're looking for value, and let's just say, yeah, we understand California prices are up, Italian wines are up. Where is the value? Where is the value? So we're trying to identify that. Look to this area because Buzet is an up-and-coming area. It always has been. I noticed these wines 30 years ago, but I want to bring them to the plate again today. And we're going to taste this wine. Silky tannins, easy to drink. You taste that limestone, that minerality expression that you get in Bordeaux, but at a fraction of the price. And again, we're talking under $20 a bottle. So I want to give again a shout out to Etienne and his family. You guys are doing a great job. We're very excited about your wines, and we wanted to bring these wines to the table. Again, this is a Grape Explorer. We're always looking to identify great French wines, and I think we found one right here in Buzet. Cheers.